Growing up is supposed to be a slow, gentle process. Childhood is meant to be a time for exploration, mistakes, play, and discovery. Each stage of life has its purpose. Learning, imagining, testing boundaries, and slowly preparing for adulthood. But for some children, this natural progression doesn't happen. Childhood ends abruptly. It is replaced by responsibilities and challenges they were never prepared to face. They are thrust into adult roles, sometimes without realizing it, carrying burdens far too heavy for their young shoulders. Imagine a child whose mornings start with worry instead of curiosity. A child who doesn't wake up to laughter or simple games, but to chaos or pressure. Maybe a parent is absent, physically or emotionally. Maybe life itself demands that the child take charge, manage finances, care for siblings, or make decisions no one else is willing to make. In these situations, the child doesn't have the luxury of growing at their own pace. They become the adult in the room, not by choice, but by necessity. This early responsibility shapes the mind in profound ways. Psychologists often describe a phenomenon called emotional hyper-independence. Children who grow up too fast develop a belief that relying on others is unsafe. If adults fail to provide security or support, dependence becomes a risk, and self-reliance becomes the only safe option. They learn to anticipate problems before they appear, to absorb tension without complaint, and to navigate emotional landscapes that are far beyond their years. From the outside, they appear mature, confident, even strong. But inside, they are often exhausted, carrying weight that should have been placed on adult shoulders. As these children grow, their internal world becomes a mixture of hypervigilance and hidden vulnerability. They have learned to suppress their needs, because expressing them once led to disappointment or conflict. Asking for help feels risky, sometimes impossible. They develop a constant state of alertness, scanning for potential problems, predicting emotional reactions, and adjusting their behavior to prevent conflict. This skill is adaptive. It helps them survive, but it also comes at a cost. The joy and simplicity of childhood are slowly stripped away, replaced by anxiety, responsibility, and the subtle pressure of performance. An unexpected side effect of this accelerated growth is heightened empathy. Children who face adult responsibilities early become highly sensitive to the emotions of others. They learn to read moods, anticipate problems, and detect tension before anyone else notices. This empathy is a survival tool. It allowed them to manage chaotic environments and reduce the impact of conflict. But it is heavy, taxing, and isolating. They may feel everything too intensely, carrying not only their own burden, but also the emotional weight of those around them. By adolescence, the patterns formed in early childhood solidify. These children, now teens, are often the caretakers in their social and family circles. They give more than they receive, listen more than they speak, and protect more than they are protected. Relationships feel unbalanced because they're used to being the responsible one. Being cared for, relaxed, or vulnerable can feel strange or even frightening. They may struggle to set boundaries, fearing conflict or rejection, or to ask for help, fearing that they will be a burden. This early maturity also shapes their self-perception. They may feel older than their peers, disconnected from the lightness of youth. Anxiety can appear in calm situations, guilt emerges when they take time for themselves, and sadness sometimes surfaces without explanation. These feelings are not a sign of weakness. They are the echo of a childhood that was never fully lived, grief for experiences and innocence that were skipped. Despite these challenges, the child who grew up too fast develop strengths that are unique. They become resilient, resourceful, and perceptive. They learn skills that most people only acquire much later in life: emotional intelligence, foresight, and adaptability. Their ability to navigate complex situations and support others is remarkable. Yet resilience alone does not heal the wounds left behind. Awareness, rest, and the gradual learning of trust are necessary before these strengths can transform into true growth and balance. The journey doesn't end with adolescence. The patterns established in early childhood continue into adulthood, shaping how these individuals approach relationships, work, and their own sense of self. Having grown up too fast, they often enter adulthood carrying invisible armor. They appear competent, reliable, and confident, but beneath the surface lies a persistent tension, a constant need to manage, protect, and perform. In romantic relationships, these adults often fall into familiar roles: the caretaker, the fixer, the one who gives more than they receive. Their ability to sense emotions, anticipate problems, and soothe conflict make them invaluable partners, but it can also create imbalance. They may struggle to receive support or show vulnerability, as the habits formed in childhood tell them that leaning on others is risky. Trust must be rebuilt slowly, and even then, it is fragile. They are experts at giving love, attention, and energy, but asking for the same in return can feel uncomfortable or undeserved. Work and ambition are another reflection of this early maturity. They are often high achievers, driven by a deep-seated need to prove themselves, maintain stability, or protect those who depend on them. Responsibility comes naturally, but so does self-criticism. Failure or perceived weakness can trigger anxiety, guilt, or feelings of inadequacy. Rest becomes a luxury, and leisure can feel like a waste of time, because they've been conditioned to believe that their value is tied to productivity and usefulness. Despite these challenges, there is hope and opportunity for growth. Healing begins the moment they recognize the truth. The burdens they carried as a child were never theirs to bear. Accepting that fact opens the door to self-compassion. They learn to set boundaries without guilt, to accept care without fear, and to reclaim the parts of themselves that were neglected: curiosity, playfulness, creativity, and the freedom to make mistakes. Therapy, mentorship, and supportive relationships play a crucial role. By allowing themselves to express emotions safely and to depend on others, they gradually dismantle the patterns of hyper-independence and self-sufficiency that once protected them. Mindfulness and reflection help them reconnect with their own needs and desires, creating a balance between strength and softness, giving and receiving, vigilance and rest. One of the most profound transformations occurs when they begin to embrace their story fully. Childhood that was lost is mourned, not ignored. Strengths developed through early responsibility are honored, not blamed. They integrate resilience, empathy, and insight into a new identity, one that includes boundaries, self-care, and emotional freedom. This process doesn't erase the past, but it allows it to inform a future lived consciously and intentionally. Ultimately, the psychology of a child who grew up too fast is not merely a story of struggle, it is a story of survival, adaptation, and potential transformation. While childhood may have been compressed, adulthood offers a second chance to learn, to grow, and to reclaim the life that was always meant to unfold gradually. The journey from forced maturity to conscious adulthood is not easy, but it is powerful. By acknowledging the challenges, embracing resilience, and seeking connection, these individuals can transform the weight of their past into a source of wisdom, empathy, and inner strength. They learn that growing up too fast shaped them,
but it does not define them. The choice to grow, to rest, and to experience life fully is finally theirs. And in that freedom lies the most remarkable truth. The child who grew up too fast can finally allow themselves to grow at the pace they were always meant to, and in doing so, discover the richness, depth, and joy of life they were never allowed to experience as a child.